Danny Vegas time. Danny Vegas World segment 4. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here's where we feel good.
Okay, this is where we feel good.
Hold me, rock me gently, brush my hair and tell me that everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right. Okay, everybody, here's the deal. Even today, there's still a lot of energy, charged up stuff. I want you to know, whatever side you're on, everything that you're thinking now has been fed to you by people who know better.
Hundreds of millions of dollars to make you fear for your life if you did not vote the way they wanted you to vote on both sides.
So, here's the deal. You took part, even today, you took part in an institution that up to about 200 years ago, I know there was some inklings of democracy way back in ancient times, but this whole country, with its democracy and all this crazy crap that the rest of the world thought of us when we started this thing.
We're nuts.
We were nuts.
Gun-toting.
Bat shit crazy. You took part in really an experiment that no one had ever tried before. And it's lasted 200 some odd years. And in 70 days, you are going to witness a transfer of power from one side to another peacefully. That doesn't happen anywhere else.
Yep.
It just doesn't. It either involves guns or someone saying, I don't want to give it up. So what do? Like down in Cuba, they just send people down and shoot people in the back of the head. I know we're all lovey Cuba nowadays, but let me tell you something. That's how they handle this stuff. In Cuba, my friend Kenneth, if he didn't say something the way they wanted him to, Kenneth would be disappearing tonight. And no one would hear from Uncle Kenneth again. You took part in an experiment. You took part in something that is special. Okay? And here's the cool thing. In 4 years, you get to come and win the Super Bowl again. In 2 years, you get to go in there and try to, you know what, if we don't like Trump, we're going to upset the apple cart and not give him the Congress that he needs. You have that chance to do that. And you take part in that. And you take part in these discussions.
Yes.
I love this country more than I love myself. I have put myself in a position of taking bullets for this country. And that means I was in a position to take bullets for you, Kenneth, and all my friends out there who disagree with me. That is special, man. That's extremely special. And if you're on the wrong side this time, believe me, in 1976, I don't even know, I was 13 years old, vote for Ford. I put it on spray paint on a wood and I put it in my lawn. Well, Ford lost. That was my first loss in a presidential election, 1976. And it sucked. And I lost with Dole. And I lost with Bush the elder for the first, on the second time. And I lost one time with Obama. I've lost a number of these presidential elections. And it sucks. But you know what? At the end of the day, I really hoped whoever got in, if they were kind of, this Obama guy is a very left-wing guy. And you know what I prayed for? Well, maybe he'll come to the middle a little bit. Because the country will make him come to the middle a little bit.
I just prayed that there'd be something different.
So, the thing I want everyone to realize, I want you to be proud of this country that you live in. It has its problems. We will always struggle with diversity. We always will. White people owned slaves. Black people were the slaves. I don't know if we'll ever get that past our minds. Maybe our grandchildren will. Maybe our great-grandchildren will. But right now, it's still an elephant in the room. But we're getting better. I have my own views on that. But I want everyone who's been part of this process, winning or losing. You know how I feel about protesting. As long as you're not hurting somebody, I love it. Because that makes people uncomfortable and it makes people think. So you people on the streets right now, as long as you're doing it peacefully, God bless you, man. God bless you, you're Americans, and I'll take a bullet for you. There are people out in the military that's willing to take a bullet for you right now, today. Because you took part in a process that makes this country work, and you should be goddamn proud of it. You should love it. You didn't win this time. That's okay. I guarantee you, Kenneth, my friend, sometime in your lifetime, you're going to win big, and you're going to remember this little speech that we did today, and you say, you know what? Danny Vegas was right. Danny Vegas was right. So stand tall, Fight the president where you don't agree with him. Support him where you do. Nicole, what do you got to say?
I got to tell you, I love what you had to say. I want to thank you for your service to our country. I think that
welcome.
Goes with it. It should not go without saying, but what I hope that, for all of the folks that are crashing the immigration site and for Canada and all of the talk and the rhetoric, the plain and simple fact is, the truth is, we have all been part of it, the greatest process ever, this election system, this election cycle, and also portions of it are the worst. Literally hundreds of $millions have been spent to manipulate you and to make you scared and to make you fear. If you're on the conservative side, you were supposed to be afraid that the worst criminal in the world is going to be president. And if she's president, she's going to
take your guns away.
She's going to screw things up by making a no-fly zone, and Russia's going to now bomb us, and nuclear war is going to happen with Hillary. And on the other side, if Trump is elected, get ready for the internment camps. All of you Muslims, all of you lesbian, gay, transgendered, you better leave. You better leave, because there's going to be a knock on your door. And that type of fear is manipulation at its most disgusting.
And it's done by people who are so smart at this. They know what you're doing. And Kenneth, I see what you're saying. You won in 2008. Remember that feeling you had, man? Remember how happy you were? I bet you were crying. I bet you were just like, I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe this is actually happening. Okay, remember that feeling? Well, there's people today that had the same feeling today that you had back in 2008. I want you to remember how you felt that night. And I want you to remember, a lot of people lost that election. John McCain was a war hero, and he lost, and a lot of people were really sad about that. But you know what? Just remember how you felt when Obama won that first time and how happy you were. Well, that's how your fellow countrymen, some of them, feel today. So give them their victory lap, man, and then go fight the president where you don't want him and support him when you do. And that's why I want everyone to feel good. Feel good, man. You're part of something special.
You've got the opportunity to say anything you want to say, in essence, in this country, and that is a beautiful thing.
Right.
Now, I implore people that are out there, especially in this new world of social media, or in the time when you're in a crowd surrounded by dozens or hundreds of people that think the way you think and feel, I want you to think about how you'd have a conversation if you were sitting this close to this person. And remember that regardless of how he thinks or feels, this is someone's father, this is someone's son, this is someone who fought for our country. Treat them with love and kindness and respect. And the same goes for the folks that voted for Trump. Let the other side grieve. Let them get through it. Be proud. Take a victory. But have some dignity and have a modicum of graciousness.
No gloating and winning. And no anger. Get through the grief process and move on, because I will guarantee you the people that are dancing in the streets happy today, believe me, at some point in time, maybe 4 years, they're going to be crying. That's what democracy is all about, man. It's not.
It is not static.
It's not static, and it's not perfect, and it's not clean, and it gets messy, and people come out of it with some bruises. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you're an American citizen or you are a resident alien and you're here legally, I will take a bullet for you. And I've done it in the past. I will take a bullet for you, and so will everyone else. So, with that said, 30 seconds, Nicole Taylor Sharp, take us out of here. We'll see you next week with Nicole Taylor Sharp and The Rock.
Oh, it's going to be a double trouble, double fun. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We love the feedback that we got on this show. If you're interested in participating more in the conversation, hit me up, hit Danny up. We are definitely looking for your feedback, commentary. This world, this country, this show is not the same. It is not as good if it wasn't for you and dissenting opinions. So let's keep on arguing, keep on loving, just keep on keeping on. God bless America.
We're out.